Hello everyone, welcome to my Let's Play Season 3 in Rainy Day. This is episode 25, 1/4 of a century. Last episode we got our first look at Underworld, and I had a quick look through what we needed to do. I thought we'd have another look and see. I've got these things here for my for what I wanted to do for the Earth ones. So let's have a look and see what we can do for the Underworld. So let's have a look at studies, and we can also see where we're at in each one as well. So if we have a look at Underworld, let's go into mobs. Now, most of the mobs in Earth didn't actually offer anything. So let's have a look and see anything special. Let's have a look and see. So we have skeletons. We unlock the magma cube. And yeah, I think the all the expert does with all of the mobs is allows the charging of the spawner. So let's just confirm that there was one or two, or one I think that offered something. So that one's the same. Zoglins. Yep, just the specials. Pigman. Yeah. And then Blaze. Yep, so the Blaze offers advanced, offers looting 4. So, actually while we're here, we might as well just grab some signs. Where are my hanging signs? There's 4 there. No more that I can see. I'll just do the first 4 and oh, am I going to be able to do one there? Let's see. Okay, I didn't really want you to hang that way. Okay, that's a bit weird. Maybe because it's sitting on the floor. I am user axe. Okay, I am going to just leave it as 3 for now. So let's just add a couple more, and we'll add. Come on. Maybe it's because I was. Yeah, I think it's because I was like, I've never used these before. Because I was crouching, it lets you place them at whatever angle you're at. But if you're not crouching, it aligns it with the thing. There we go. Something I never knew. Okay. All right. So now I've completely forgotten what I was going to write in there. So let's have a quick look at the, what was it? Blaze, that's right. Advanced Blaze gives looting 5. Okay. Blaze. Looting 5. All right. Okay. Now, I haven't done much with the skeletons. Oh, having said that, I am past proficient, so I have done a little bit more with the skeletons than I thought. I think yeah, I did a quick grind of it before and got them almost down to 0, which got me up to proficient, so that's good. So I just wait until they get to past 3,500 if they haven't already, and I can go for advanced and unlock the next one. Keep going too far back. Right, so so the next one is ores. I have done a little bit of mining. I've gotten glowstone up towards advanced, but I also want to go back and get terracotta and redstone to expert as well. They're nearly there. I think redstone's less than 400 away. Terracotta is about 500 away or 600 away. So I think if I just sit there and mine and repair the pickaxe when I can, I might just do that as quickly as possible and try and get those so that at least just so that I can get them unlocked. But glowstone is on its way, so that was pretty nice. Okay, now I didn't have a look here, so glowstone. Okay, so glowstone gets nothing in particular. Blackstone gets zombie at expert. I mean, I'll put it down, but problem is that with the mining stuff, you don't really have any control over it. You simply just have to mine that environment and just hope that you get that that ore, and you might go 100 without getting or more without getting that ore. And if you have a look, sorry, I know I'm going in and out here, but if you go have a look here and go back into Earth and look at the ores on Earth, I mean, I'm still only like not a little bit over half to master on coal after all this time. Less than half on iron, less than half on lapis. I know that's past expert, but like we're into the next environment. Terracotta, not even at expert. Redstone, not even at expert. So it just takes like you've got no control over it. You just got to hope for the RNG. So it's a bit hard for me to say I'm going to aim for Blackstone Zombie when the only way to do that is simply just mine. So yeah, so I'll put it there, but I'm not really worried about it. Copper, I can't wait to unlock copper so I can sell all my stuff that I've got sitting there. Not that I'll earn too much from it, but it'll be nice. Gold, so yeah, gold gets Unbreaking 4. So I wonder what I might do is, let's see if I can just go here and go gold Unbreaking. Is it 4 or 5? 4. I'll assume 4, and let's just check it again. So yeah, so I might just do that, and then I can just, it is 5. Okay, I'll fix that later. Okay, and then quartz. Yeah, nothing special. All right, so let's go back to where we, okay, crop. So pumpkin, yeah, I've got pumpkin past apprentice. I haven't really bothered too much with farming that as yet. So pumpkin should be okay. Pitcher plant, nothing special there. Glowberry, glowberry proficient gets spider. Okay. Glowberry even gonna fit? Yep, glowberry. See if it prof spider. That'll do. Okay. Yeah, I'm interested to see how the glowberry farm will work now that they've made that change with the knowledge from the vine rather than from the berry itself. It might make it a lot easier, but it also might have therefore also made it a lot longer. And then fortune 4 for beetroot. I mean, I'm just going to stick that up here. Wheat, fort 4, beet, fort 5. Okay, yeah, I'll fix that another time. Okay, and I think then we wanted to look at wood. I'm not really going to worry too much about fishing. But wood, so we've got, I think for even if these stuff, apart from this one, crimson, crimson is custom. That's the only one I'm really probably going to worry about. The underworld woods are all rather difficult and frustrating and annoying, which is fine. That's the choice. That's the choice that the designers made. That's on me, not on them. So yeah, so are there any other? The pale oak. Yeah, I can't see any. Maybe I just didn't look properly. Couldn't see any other ones there, and I'm not really going to worry about fish. So there we go. So they're the things to aim for Underworld, at least in regards to the unlockables during the grind. So there we go. So that's something to aim for. I do want to get at least these two. I definitely want to get that one as well, to actually get rid of those and basically unlock them. Sorry, but they're the extra ones as well. Now, so what have I done? Okay, well, let's have a look. My sky dust is now over 127. That's mainly due to my sprites. I was lucky enough to get a few keys out of the Easter event, and out of one of them, I managed to get 7 sprite keys, I think, which is quite a lot. I wouldn't have expected at this stage to have more than 3, maybe 4 sprites, and I've got this many. And if you have a look, I have 4 Skydust sprites, and my 2 universals are Skydust sprites as well. And a day of AFKing, I think I haven't upgraded them all the way, I think I get 5,000. But when you think about that though, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30,000 just for these sprites. And I think I had these AFKing for a little bit longer than a day since my last video. So I've gone up from 75,000 up to 127,000, mainly just from those sprites. Maybe I got 1,000 out of grinding, but the rest were just sprite returns. But what that does mean is I wanted to do IS upgrades, and if we go in and have a look at island size, that's 100,000 Skydust. And so if I do that, I now have 126 by 126. All right, let's go back into that and have a look. No, I don't want to purchase it. Sorry, I didn't want to do that. No, I just want to look at it. Okay, 500,000 Skydust. That's a lot of Skydust. I just spent 100,000, and that had taken me quite like a few days at least in gathering. 500,000 Skydust is a lot, but look at it. That is like 75, nearly 75, 75 extra in each direction. Well, not in each direction, length and width. That's, well, the previous one is 120, 126 to 126. So 75 is 75% of that, approximately. So yeah, I mean, if you look at it in terms of area, 126 is just under 16,000. 200 by 200 is 40,000. So you're more than doubling the area of your island. So each of the island upgrades is costing you more in Skydust, but it's also giving you more in area, which I think is quite a good idea and quite worth it. Island members. See, I mean, there is the mission at the moment to upgrade your three of your island upgrades to max. I mean, I don't know what the max is on these. I'm presuming 10. That's going to cost quite a bit of Skydust, but I'm not going to, like, I'm a solo. What's the point? I don't think I'm ever going to be able to max out island size and origin. Warps. I mean, I currently have 2 warps. I have farms and custom, which is pretty silly. They're like 5 blocks away from each other. Maybe I'll use some more in the future, but it might just be a way for me to get to this mission. Pistons, if I start doing some more redstone, the pistons may be required. The redstone will definitely be required if I start doing more redstone stuff. In season 1, I did actually have a fairly complicated item sorting system. It was actually more of an oregen sorting system. It would have oregen items just go into it. It would pull out the ores and so on, and let everything else pass through, and then it would sort those just by a normal whatever they're called, just a mass sorter. With the collectors now, it's not really needed. I don't get as much ore as I would. Sorry, start again. I don't get enough ore to require a sorter that sorts into like 3 or 4 chests per ore. So that's just me. Spawners. I don't think I'll ever get past 4. Depending on how many cow spawners and slime spawners and sniffer spawners I end up making, because each of those I think is an extra spawner. So if I end up somehow with doing acacia for 12 hours and getting enough special acacia logs for to make the cow spawners, then I might end up putting 10 spawners down. But I mean, again, that's not going to get too much higher than 25. I don't know whether I'll need that. Hoppers, I most definitely will probably need to keep increasing that. Even just looking at this here, I mean, the chest monster over here, not really a chest monster because it is actually, yeah, sorry, the chest monster over here, I mean, I could make it like 4 stacks, alright, so 4 high, and have the items flow down in. I mean, that would be, if I did that, that would be 3 hoppers each. I do have, like, I've got hoppers over here. This is the main use of the hoppers at the moment. I've got this here which flows down here. I'll talk about that in a moment. I've got hoppers over there. Yeah, and also there's obviously some hoppers down there. But yeah, so hoppers will most likely need increasing. Weather upgrades I'm not going to increase apart from cloud when I can. So as to maxing island upgrades, they'll probably be redstone pistons and hoppers if I can. Having said that, like I just said 5 minutes ago, my sprites give me 30,000, 25,000 sky dust a day, so it's probably not unlikely that I will have enough to unlock these all the way within a few days if I don't spend my sky dust on other things. Yeah, okay, so basically what else have I done? Okay, well, I've been making, and I want to make some more quality of life changes. So if we so what I did do is I went into the auction house and had a look around and found that somebody was, where did I put it? Somebody was selling nether quartz. So I bought it. I realized that I have said before I'd rather get to things myself, but in this case nether quartz is such a an integral and needed ingredient in Minecraft and in Redstone that as soon as it becomes available, you've just got to grab it and use it. So and I also grabbed some slime balls. I know they're available earlier, but I just haven't had a chance to grab them, and that allowed me to make some, as you can see, I've only done 2 out of the stack, some observers and a sticky piston. And I am going to, sorry, I keep forgetting, let's change this to night vision so that everybody can see a little bit better. So what I've done over here, this is where my tree farm was before. It hasn't moved. this is how high they grow. And over here, I have put down a, this is basically a bone meal area. So if you need the saplings, or whatever you want to call them, yeah, so there we go. You bone meal the crimson nylium, and you get occasionally the crimson fungus. So if I bone meal again, okay, you get a little bit more, and there's another one there. It's probably best to do it by getting rid of all of this first and then bone mealing. Now, most likely now is definitely a way to make this automated. So I believe the way to do it is to, and I know this works for flowers. I don't know whether it works for this. I presume it does. But if you do pistons on either side, and you piston the nylium, then you have a machine automatically bone meal. Then you piston it again, and you do that a few times. Then you set a water dispenser off, and it will dispense the water, push everything into a water stream and into a hopper. That's how I believe it works. I might try and do it. The only reason I will do it for this is because I want to get it to expert, and I need quite a lot of saplings. The issue with that though is the saplings are only $5 a piece. So getting a stack is only going to cost me $350 or something like that. If I have to buy 10 stacks of 3,500, I don't care. I'd rather just buy them than having to do this. It'd be a good way of getting bone meal, I think, because you get all of this stuff here could be bone mealed, but I'm not really going to worry about it. I did set this up, and then I checked and saw how often it would work, and it takes too much to get the fungus, so I'm not going to worry about it. So what I've done over here, and I want to just sort of like clear this out a little bit so that you can all see a little bit better, is I've made this an automated bone meal. This is one of the quality of life things that that quartz is able to give us. Not just quartz, but just in general. You know, anything that you can do manually, you can usually do automatically, providing it's not a knowledge gaining aspect, such as chopping down wood or doing mining or fishing or anything like that. You have to do that manually yourself, and if you try to do it any other way, yes, you should be banned, because it's part of the rules. But so if I go in here and let's see, if I just turn this on, okay, you can see that now starts bone mealing, and I do that, it automatically grows the tree for me. So now I can just cut it down. Okay, and there we go, cut that down. It's still bone mealing, so I put the next one down. It's still attempting to bone meal, sorry. It doesn't actually bone meal unless you've got something there. Now, if this block turns into the netherrack, let me turn this off, then all you have to do is just manually bone meal, and it will actually change it back to the crimson nylium. so there we go. So that just makes it a little bit easier for me. I don't have to plant, change to bone meal, change to axe, and so on. It just cuts out one step. It is just one step out of 4, but it's better than it. Just makes it a lot easier. So that's one quality of life that I did. Now, what else did I do? Sure, I did something else, and I cannot remember. Or was I aiming to do something else? I was thinking of doing something else. Yes. Okay. I'll talk about. No, I did do something else. I'll talk about it a little bit later. But this one, so over here, I could have done this a long time ago. I had the extra auto cell chest. I didn't even think about it. But what this is a way to have an auto cell chest here and lock off the hopper so that it starts it collects up until before the chest. So this has got 4 chests, and so I can just everything goes in here, and we'll wait until it fills up, and then what you do is you have a quick look through, see if there's anything that needs to be taken out. An example is iron blocks, or any of the ore blocks themselves rather than the ore, because they get put into the filler blocks rather than into the chunk collector. But then once you've done that, you've checked it all out. If you don't have a cell wand or don't want to use a cell wand on chests of filler blocks, then what you can do is just have one of these, turn it on, and it starts filling up the chest. And you just leave it until it's empty, which you will have to check yourself. But that will start filling up. Now, it's so slow, it usually I don't think it ever gets to full in time. It's got 3 minutes, and it takes like, what's that? That was probably like 20 at least seconds to fill one slot. But it's constant. You can just go away and leave it, and it will empty all of these out. It's not a good idea to have it turned on while you're actually mining, because everything just goes straight into it, especially if it's empty. But usually you try and remember to turn it on before you start mining again, or turn it off, sorry, before you start mining again. So yeah, so there we go. So that's what I've done there. So they are a couple of quality of life changes that I have made. The other thing I wanted to do, I think I did a version of this in both previous, actually, sorry, I will talk about that bit again soon. I keep putting it off. What I have done is that there is a mission here. Most of the missions in the underworld island will just basically just have to wait and see, or eventually they'll get there. Like unlock all study items. Well, I just have to grind, reach the max in 3 island upgrades. Like I said, like I've picked the ones I probably will do, and we'll just see if we can get there. That's the one I want to look at. 25 players visit your island. Master, I mean underworld dungeon runs I can do. Yeah, colored wool. I have to just either wait until somebody puts some colored wool blocks on auction house fairly cheap, or they become available in my shop. Spawner blocks. Look, as soon as I unlock the next spawner, which shouldn't be too far away, I'll get that. deposit a total of 1 million eventually, and boss damage. I was actually going to talk about this. I was in Muttmore's deboss party. I think I was there when it started, and I was there when it finished, and I was there for a little bit in between. I did happen to do a lot of dragons. I got, was it 4 or 5 personal vaults full of scales. I can't remember, but it was at least 4, maybe 5 full of scales. And that's how much damage I did overall, 42,000. Now that's quite a lot, but I mean that's only probably averaging about 500 a dragon. And you can work out how many dragons that would have been if I think I only had like 1,200 in there when we last looked. So what's that? That's 82, 84, 85 dragons, something like that. Probably more, because I probably didn't average 500. I probably only averaged closer to 300. So that's probably over 100 dragons. Thank you very much, Muttmore, for hosting that. That was fantastic. You did some great giveaways. I didn't win anything. I wasn't expecting to win anything, but it was fun all the more, and it got me a lot of scales. But what I wanted to talk a little bit about is unique players visit your island. Now, I have mentioned it, I think, once or twice in chat off camera, but there are a lot of people who are simply just they get online and they say, please come visit my island for the mission. And okay, that's all very well and good when one person says it. When you have 25 people saying it all at the same time, well, 25 people could go and visit each other's islands, and I think at one stage that is what was happening. But having somebody say over and over, come and visit my island, come and visit my island, come and visit my island, it is just annoying to see in chat. I prefer myself to give people a reason to come to the island. I've never personally said come and visit my island for the mission. I didn't do it for the Earth mission. I'm not going to do it for this mission. Personally, I prefer to give people a reason to come, and it will eventually reach the target. So what I have done after Muttmore's deboss party, because I had the scales, is I've created a free level 1 clash scales. Please only take 1 or 2. Thank you in advance. So yeah, so I have 9 different scales. Most of them are the 15 level, max level 15 scales. Mining and so bossing, woodcutting, dungeoneering, mining, fishing, and farming, and slaying. But then there's also an enchanter one and a specialist one. Now they are only level 1s, otherwise I wouldn't be giving them away. But yeah, so I advertise in the chat to say free scales. Also come and check my concrete shop, and just to try and get people to come along. I did put this down. I have no idea whether nobody's done anything. I just thought I'd seen it on other people's. I thought, yeah, why not? So yeah, so come back to my thinking area. So yeah, so that mission for 25 people on the island, I'm 10 people on the way. And that's sort of like, well, I mean, I've only been online for a few hours since Underworld was released, so that's not too bad. So yeah, that'll eventually get there. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to make, I may end up making it shortly. I might just have a bit of a break and I'll come back and make it later. But what I wanted to make, and I have done this before, like I said, in both of my previous seasons, is a dispensing station, or not dispensing station, a vending machine is probably the better way to put it. So yeah, so basically anytime right now, like here, I have a iron pickaxe. If I want to repair it, I come in here, I make the iron pickaxe, and the only reason I am able to do that is because I always keep sticks and iron on my inventory. If I don't, then I can't make it instantly, and I have to go and get the stuff. So I always have some sticks and some iron, and then I come over here, pardon me, and I can repair. What I want to do is take out that step, and also therefore not require the sticks and iron in my inventory. But how can I do that easily? Well, the way to do it is with a crafting block, and you set it up so that it will craft the tool that you want, and pretty similar to what was over there with the dispenser. You have a button at the front, click on the button and it spits out the tool. Now yeah, so that's what I wanted to do. Now I can do a very quick and easy design. Let's have a quick look. I'm not quite sure. Have I made a I'm sure I made a, there we go, crafting block. And yeah, so a very simple design, and I will do this now because I'm up to it and I might as well. And a button is I might as well, let's see if I can put it here. I don't know whether it's possible. If I go in here, all right, let's quickly, wasn't thinking about this, let's grab, I've got sticks up here. How can I not have sticks in my wood area? I don't have sticks. All right, I have to make them. Okay, I also want to grab some iron anyway. How's this going? Oh, okay. Right, try again. So, where's my sticks? There's my sticks. Okay, so we come into here, we go, let's make this for the sword. Okay, so for a sword, we go 1. Didn't I just make sticks? Yes, there they are. I'm going blind. Okay. There we go, we have a sword. Now, if we just uncheck these, or check these, we have a sword. Now if I go in and grab my button, stick it on the front, and I go pop, out comes the sword. Okay, that's probably not the best place to put it. Probably somewhere over by itself is probably a good place to put it. And the other thing is that pressing that button, like if I do it again, it will press it again. But that also is giving a redstone signal to any block around it. So it's giving a redstone signal to that, a redstone signal to there, to there, to there, also to behind it, I think. So it's probably not a good idea to have it around anything that redstone affects. That's one of the yeah, anyway, so so that's what that's a nice quick way to do it. What I want to do is a little bit more complicated. So let me grab all this. I get everything back. I did. I'm going to make a more complicated one. It's going to be overkill because it will restock it will do more than one tool. I don't want to do all 5 tools. My hoe and my shovel are barely used, so I'll probably stick with the sword, the pickaxe and the axe. But doing 3, I want to do it so that it restocks the individual ingredients for all 3 tools, just from the one chest. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to have a quick break here because I haven't even thought about how to do that. I remember how to do it. Sorry, start again. One of my previous videos, like I said, has shown how to do that. I do know how to do it, but I've got to sort of like get all the blocks together and so on. Yeah, I just had a look quickly in my channel content, and there the tool weapon crafter dispenser video was back in September 24. So I might link that up above or later on. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick break. I'll come back, get all the blocks ready together, and we see if we can build a nice little 3 tool dispenser that isn't too big, and that's nice and tidy. So see you after the break. Okay, welcome back everyone. I did actually record the building of my quality of life and my other build that I wanted to do. The problem was that I thought they were only going to take a short time, and I ended up with over an hour of footage. So I think they will have to be a separate video. So what I want to do now is just have a look at a couple of things and maybe go into a deboss. So we had a look at missions. Let's look at pass. So I do actually have the first pass done, and I think that's yeah, the first free one. So yeah, free 10,000 sky dust. Well, that helps. That's good. Next one is 20,000 sky dust. That's great. So yeah, so started on the past journey. I will actually quickly go into, well, not quickly, I'll go into votes. I've got 14 votes there. I've got 8 spins, so this will get me my next 700 cloud coins. So let me, and of course now that we're in Underworld, we start getting gold items. So a skeleton spawner, so that's always good. I do only have like 20. I think I usually get more than that. Hopper, and it would have been nice while I was trying to build my stuff. Yeah, so the more skeleton spawners, the better, because I just throw them on, and it just increases the amount of skeletons that spawn overnight. It would be good if I could like get the skeletons down to practically nothing, and then AFK, and they come back up to 10,000 overnight. I think that's what my creepers were set at. I don't know. I think it's because I had some some charged creeper spawners. I have no idea where I got them, but I think it must have been a reward somewhere, because I don't usually do it myself. But yeah, so so hopefully I can get some more. There we go. So there's my 700 cloud coins. And a couple of fishing rods. I have not done any fishing yet. Today, in between episodes, I tried to grind. I ended up grinding like about 5 different things, because I just got bored with, so there's 0. I just got bored with doing one thing at a time. So I'd do one, then change, do another, then change. So yeah, I have got like 3 things up quite well. Okay, so that was the vote. I think my loot box is available. Yep. And again, the loot box is now upgraded, so I'm now getting gold stuff, which I'm not going to use. What did I actually get? Okay, yeah. See, I don't think I'm going to bother using gold tools now, and gold stuff, because I've already got most of what I need, most of what I want on my iron. I'll probably wait until diamond becomes available and then do that, and then have to re-enchant everything. I don't want to have to re-enchant again. So that's that. Okay, so let me think. Is there anything else? Study, missions, skills. I don't really want to work. Attributes. No. Okay. I think that's about it for. Okay, that's a sneak preview, and that's a sneak preview. Okay, so what I will do, hopefully people are spawning dragons, is let's go to Clash. I did see a dragon die just before I started recording, or just as I started recording. I am hoping that people are spawning dragons. I don't have the stuff to do it, and it doesn't look like there are any pyres actually lit. No. So it doesn't look like anybody is actually spawning as yet. Now, yeah, so the actual items now. So I'll just use that. So we have nether seeds. So instead of wheat, and then we go here and we can try, and we get crimson, the crimson branches. Okay. We've got the skeletons now. Okay, bone dust from the skeletons. I haven't looked at mining, so let's see if we can find a mine. Here we go. There we go, gold chunk. Okay. And last was the fishing. I don't have my trident. I've got basic fishing rods. I'm not going to do that. I don't have my trident with me, so yeah, I can assume fishing is over there somewhere or over there somewhere, wherever. Okay. So there we go. So they're the main. So they're the new clash ingredients for Underworld. I'm pretty sure there's a way to get into Clash using the Earth environment. You can so all of this stuff is all still Earth. I think the dragon, once it spawns, is still the new dragon, but your items, your ingredients are still Earth. The only reason you'd want to do that is just to finish off something that you some armor piece or something like that, because the Underworld items are much better. Well, not much better. They are better. They have an extra scale slot, I believe. So yeah, so you don't really need to go back into Earth. There's my clown nose, free clash scales. Oh, so either I've had lots of visitors or somebody's come and pressed that a lot. Let's have a look at my mission. It was at 10. Now it's just, that's just annoying. So when it was 10, I had all of these filled, or you may have even seen the screenshot. There was 11 and 7 and 4 and things like that. Somebody's come along and just gone press, got themselves possibly 11 or 12 scales, maybe only 5, maybe I don't know, and just taken off. Somebody who had previously been here, because it hasn't the thing hasn't the mission hasn't advanced, so they've disregarded this. They've gone, yeah, I'm just going to keep coming back and taking scales. That is frustrating. If you're not going to follow the rules, don't play the game. I just had to censor myself just then. I'm going to have to refill that. I don't have too many level 1 scales to refill. I'm going to have to maybe just do a dragon, a few dragon spawns. Okay, well, at that, I think I might just leave that as a video. I'll show you the next video what I've built over there and there, and then after that we might see what else we can do and see where we're up to with our grinding. So on that disappointing note about somebody taking advantage of the free scales, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode, episode 26, which you now already know what it's going to be. So yeah, Thanks again, and see you next time.